Welcome back to Social Science History Unit 10, the political developments of 20th century. So far you have learned about the Indian history. Now the last chapter of this history you are going to learn about the Western history. It's a very difficult. Mostly all the countries are involved. Western history means Europe, America, South America, North America, Europe, China, so many other countries are all involved. So this chapter you are going to learn about the Western history. Be careful and you should remember and properly listen. Listen properly. Now, under this, I would like to read now, that is the headings. Under this syllabus, I will teach you the First World War, the Russian Revolution, the Chinese Revolution, the rise of dictators, the Second World War, the Cold War, the rise of America. These are all the headings. Under this, I am going to now explain. Now here the picture is showing the First World War. War means today it has become common. India, Pakistan, India, China, now you are watching, is it not, in TV. Now here see, in 1914, last century, between 1914 to 1918, the First World War took place. What do you mean by the World War? First time in the history of the world, many countries involved in the war. Usually you know that the war will take place between two countries, X and Y. You know that. Now India and China, or India and Pakistan, like this. But here World War means many countries involved in one war. Between 1914 to 1918, the many countries involved in the war. That's why you are going to learn about the causes. That's why it is called the first time in the history of the world, the First World War. Now, the First World War was fought between 1914 to 1918. I will explain, children, under this heading. Towards the end of the 19th century, Europe saw the emergence of aggressive nationalism. Aggressive means what? Very severe. Nationalism is feeling of oneness, the love of the country. So aggressive means very badly, my country, France is my country, the other countries and all not my country, patriotism. So the one thing is narrow patriotism will say, love your country and hate other country. This is called narrow patriotism. That is very bad, children. So we should love our country and we should respect other country. That is the proper way. But here, the aggressive nationalism means loving their own country and hating the other country. So here, towards the end of the 19th century, Europe saw the emergence of aggressive nationalism. You understood, children? The Industrial Revolution, already you learnt in 9th standard, and new inventions of, that spinning wheel and clothing machine spinning, so many things they learned, invented. Gunpowder, all that. The new invention led to severe competitions among the European countries. Again, I'll repeat. Industrial Revolution and new inventions led to severe competition among the European countries. The European countries entered into alliances to safeguard their economic and political interest. Economic means what? Production and marketing, all will come. All countries after industrial revolution, they started producing, after invention of number of machines, started producing number of commodities. They were searching for the market. Competition arose among these all European countries, and somewhat when a competition arose, hatredness also arose. Nanu mundu, tanu mundu. They'll tell, no, I am first. No, I want to be first in the market. My commodity should be sold in the market first. All commodities. I want to produce more and more. I want to get more and more profit. Like that, no, competition led to jealousy also. So that is called competition, economic competition. At the same time, political interest. Now the kings and all also involved in this. Rulers also involved in this. And somewhat a hatredness developed among the countries, the neighbor countries and other countries who were in the production, sale, trade, whatever it is. Due to these circumstances, every strong nation indulged in extreme militarism. See, chain action and reaction. So the rulers and all, they started giving importance for the military. So military means what type? New inventions in the weapons and ship, warships, war aeroplanes and all bombs and everything, improvement of the gunpowder, like that. The First World War divided the countries into two groups. Like this, what happened? No? In the Europe only, two groups formed. Very secretly, two groups without knowing others, two groups formed. Now, which is one group? Britain, France, Russia formed the Triple Entente Pact. So, we call it Triple Entente. Which are the countries? Britain, France, Russia. Three together, they formed one group. Now, on the other hand, Germany, Austria, Hungary and Italy entered into Triple Alliance Pact. Now, the second group, two groups formed, I told you. First group I read, Britain, France and Russia. The second group, Germany, Austria, Hungary, Italy entered into a Triple Alliance Pact. Which are the two groups? Triple Entente and Triple Alliance. The First World War took place between 28th July 1914 to 11th November 1918. Children, don't think that war took place continuously, with a break, 1 month, 3 months, like that, or 4 months gap. Any issue comes means suddenly declaring war. Now, here I given in the slide, the First World War was fought between two military alliances, Triple Entente, consisting of British means English, okay, England, France and Russian, and Triple Alliance consisting of Germany, Austria, Hungary and Italy. Triple Alliance countries were defeated by Triple Entente countries in the First World War. Now, before that, I want to tell you what are the reasons that made to fight First World War. The immediate reason for the war was the murder of the Austrian prince Archduke Franz Ferdinand on 28th July. The immediate reason for the war was the murder of the Austrian prince. Here, Austria is also one of the members in Triple Alliance. The prince's name was Archduke Franz Ferdinand on 28th July. Now, you know that. See, I want to tell you Triple Entente, what condition they had, pact, If any one country, either Britain, is attacked by France or, other country, France and Russia both will support England. I'll repeat, if England is attacked by any other country other than this group, then in triple intent who is there? France and Russia. These two countries will help support England. Follow? Now triple alliance also, if Austria is attacked by any other countries, Germany, Italy and Hungary, all these countries will help Austria. Germany also very important. Okay. In the beginning, now what happened when Austrian prince was murdered? Immediately, who is friend of Austria? Germany. Germany is the powerful country during that time, very, very supreme power. Who? Germany. Germany immediately, waiting for the war only. It was industrialized. Germany was industrialized, military and education and everything, full, it was developed highly. So, Germany declared war on, Serbia, where the prince was killed, Serbia, that is in Russia, next to Russia. So what happened? Russia, the neighbor country was attacked, means Russia will keep quiet. Russia declared war on Austria. Because of Austrian prince only, Germany attacked. Very, very difficult to understand, children. Austrian king, prince, he was murdered in Serbia, the neighbor country of Russia. Then what happened? Immediately, Germany declared war on Serbia. So what happened? Russia, declared war on Austria. So Germany, on the contrary, declared war on Russia. So when Russia was attacked, both England and France declared war on, Germany, very close country. Like one chain, Chakravyuha, they'll tell, in Kannada, like that. One chain of action took place. Like this war started. So I told you, many countries involved in the First World War. By the time the war ended, America had also joined Britain and France. Now you see, children, I have given all this. Triple alliance countries were defeated by the triple entente, countries in the First World War. Why? Because America only was powerful, Russia was highly backward. Russia, very largest country in Asia, first largest country in Asia. But it was very badly difficult because it was totally underdeveloped country. Boldly it joined triple entente without thinking. Only England and France were powerful countries. But here what happened? Three also were defeated because Germany was so powerful and neighbor country of England and France. Children, it is very, very difficult to understand Western history. You should read textbook also. Okay. Now, next. Now, I'll come to Russia. See, children, the red part in this, we are given a slide that is called Russia. That is in Asian continent and first largest country in Asia. Russia is the largest country in the world, and it was ruled by Tsars. Tsars means king's family, name of the king's family. Okay, Tsars. Now in Karnataka, Chalukya, Hoysala, you have learned Ganga, you learned like that. Even Russia also was ruled by Tsars in the 19th century. Tsars used to oppress the nobles, feudal lords, peasants and poor people. Tsars were not, capable of ruling the country. They were enjoying very luxuriant, collecting only taxes from all the people, and Russia was highly backward. Even agriculture also backward. No science and technology was introduced. Here in Europe, industrial revolution took place. Many inventions have taken place, transport communication improved, but Russia, nothing was improved, zero, because of czars. Czars were very lethargic and luxuriant people. They knew only to collect the tax and then enjoy. They did not, take care of the people and country. So, and also many rebels, many revolutionaries, many struggle all happened. Nobles, feudal lords, peasants, poor people all struggled hard. They wanted they wanted to throw out czars and introduced, this different government. And now the defeat of Russia. By that time, one incident happened. The defeat of Russia by a small country like Japan in 1905 inspired the Russian to rise the rebellion against the Tsars. There will be one good time should come now. See here, in 1905, the neighbor country of Russia, very tiny country. By that time, so tiny country, I'll show you later, the Japan. So very island, very small, that by that time, 1905, by that time, it improved a lot, developed a lot. Like it became equal to America also. America was a super powerful nation in the world that time. Japan, being very tiny country, that also adopted science and technology, military-wise, industry-wise, education-wise, that also improved, and it wanted to show off too much. And it observed that being a very, very biggest country in Asia, Russia is highly backward. So it wanted to, show off too much, play a game. So it declared war on Russia. Japan declared war on Russia. But Russia was defeated by tiny Japan. The defeat of Russia by a small country like Japan in 1905 inspired the Russian to rise in rebellion against the Tsars. Now all Russians together, they raised like anything. It was great insult. The very tiny country defeated very largest country, so it became shameful. So what happened? All people, Russians all together, they raised like anything. Now by the time, a leader, see here I'm showing in the slide, Lenin, So he, under the leadership of, Lenin, the communist revolutionaries overthrew the autocratic, means a rich group. Autocratic means rich people, they'll come and rule. They will not understand poor people problem, common people problem. And the Tsarist regime in 1917, and Russia became the Soviet Union. See, Tsars, that is called a monarchy, means king's rule. King's rule is called monarchy. And Lenin introduced communist government. Communist means what? Here it is one type of government. Now India adopted democratic government. Is it not? Here all are equal. Now, like that, communist government also is there, children. So many different type of governments are there. I am talking about king's rule means monarchy. Democracy means people's rule only. All people are treated equally in democratic government. Communist government means what? Communist government means a group of people, they will rule the country, and all people know they should obey and they will listen, and they know any rights, no fundamental rights, no worshipping any different religion, all that. Only on the whole property, whole resources, everything belong to the government. Government only will plan and distribute among the people. People, they should go and work and then earn whatever they want. No private property, no personal money. Today in India, you see, 400 crores, 1,000 crores for each person is having, and then CBI, they are going and then doing all that. No, nothing. So all belong to government only. Government is, people are all subordinate to government. That is communist government. If anyone criticizes government, immediately he or she will be imprisoned. Follow? That's a punishment. So in democratic government, everybody will comment, criticize the government. They have got right. But here in communist government, they will not, no rights. So they should obey the rules and regulations of the government, whether they like it or not. So again I'll repeat. Under the leadership of Lenin, the communist revolutionaries overthrew the autocratic means all nobles, rich people, and Tsarist regime in 1917, and Russia became the Soviet Union. Hello? So many countries involved together, it is called Soviet Union. The last Russian Tsar, Nicholas II, deserted, means thrown out, the country, and he left the country and ran away. This is known as February Revolution February Revolution of 1917. Now here see about Lenin only, so much is there. The most popular slogan of Lenin was peace, food and land. Peace means what? Whole Russia should witness peace. No any struggle for anything, politically or economically, income-wise or government-wise, ruling, administration, no. Full peace, food, everyone, all Russians should get everyday food, very, very important thing. And also, in all villages and all, agriculture was given much importance. There should not be any starvation. Production in agriculture field should be good, marketing should be done, and then people also, distribution is done, consumption also will be done. Consumption means people, they'll buy and use it. And the land, everyone should have land. Land was divided among the people and given, and they should grow the crops. Follow? Or any other purpose they should use. They should not waste. That is a very strict order in the communist government. Stalin was the strict follower of Karl Marx. Karl Marx was a social thinker. Social means what? Society, about the people. So people know they will have many problems. So this Karl Marx, who discussed about the problem of society like poverty, inequality, discrimination, rights, and many, many other problems and exist in the society, and they will give remedies also. They will think of remedies also. They are all called social thinkers who will think about the society. They are called social thinkers. Now next, here now Lenin joined the revolutionary force under the leadership of Bolsheviks and declared Russia a socialist republic. This republic means what? A group of people will be appointed to rule the country, administer the country for a fixed period, not permanent. Okay? Permanent means kings will rule till his death. It's not like that. So for particular period, a group of people, they'll come and administer the country. That is called republic. This is also, again I'll repeat, Lenin joined the revolutionary force under the leadership of Bolsheviks, and declared Russia a socialist republic. This is called the October Revolution of Russia. They will ask you in one mark question, what is October Revolution of Russia, or define October Revolution of Russia? They will ask you. So one more question, you should know all this. Lenin became the president of the Russian government. First, Now, President of Russia government, who? Lenin. They may ask you, fill in the blanks or MCQ question also. Lenin was the first one who put into practice the scientific socialist ideology of Karl Marx. I told you, who is Karl Marx? Social thinker. I have already explained. So he strictly followed. He took away all the lands, no any landlords, no house owner, nothing. All he made all rich people. He grabbed all the wealth from the rich people. He made them poor. So all people are no any property, personal property, private property. So all became equally, same status. Afterwards, he distributed the land to all the families. According to the size of the family, and then they should do the work, any work, follow, like that. So, see, Lenin was the first one to put into practice the scientific socialist ideology of Karl Marx. But one thing, he lived short time, children. Lenin, only few years only after coming to the power he lived, and he died in 1924. Now after him, he was succeeded by Stalin. Stalin succeeded Lenin and wanted speedy modernization of the USSR, and USSR means what? Union of Soviet Socialist Republic or Russia. Union of Soviet Socialist Russia. That is the correct point. This one, expansion. Now, see, he drew up a series of plans called the 5-year plans, follow, and other things. In 1991, the socialists ruled end in USSR. Once again, USSR became Russia and became a democratic nation. Now, before that, I want to explain about Stalin, children. Now, Lenin is over. Stalin picture, anyway, they have not given. So, here in 1924, Joseph Stalin became the president, that is second president of Russia after Lenin. Through his 5-year plans and development of military power, Russia became as powerful as America. I told you already that America, by that time, it was superior. Now, highly developed country like that, within a short period, because of Lenin's plan, now Russia also became super powerful country like America. For the first time in the world, Russia sent a manned satellite into space. Yuri Gagarin became the first astronaut in the world. Astronaut means who will go to space, travel to space. They are called astronaut. Stalin committed many errors, but he was not successful, children. You know that there are assets and liabilities. So he had some weakness. He committed some errors. He did not pay sufficient attention to strengthening socialist democracy. He was very strictly following communist government, and he was dead against to the fundamental rights. People struggled hard, children, because people like slaves, no fundamental rights, only working, and no any, I told you, freedom, no liberty, like that. So what happened now? He lost his popularity. As a result, the socialist system in Russia collapsed and the Soviet Union disintegrated. He did all good things, children. But one thing now, very strict rule following communist government. I told you communist government is only government has power. People doesn't have power. So here, he did not give any rights and freedom, liberty, anything to the people. So people struggled hard. So he became unpopular. So USSR, I told you, this is the thing. USSR tested its first nuclear weapon in August 1949. And in 1957, the Soviet Union launched the world's first artificial satellite, Sputnik first. and started the space age. Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit the Earth abroad. Vostok first spacecraft on 12th April 1961. So like this, no, this is ended. Now next I will proceed to China. See here China map I have given. China, firstly it was also ruled by rulers, that monarchy rule. China was under the rule of monarchs till the beginning of the 20th century. China is one of the nations having a long history of culture and civilization. It was a semi-colonized nation. Semi means British also went only few places. Now they occupied, and why occupied means they want to do trade, that's all. Like they did not occupy like India. So it was a semi-colonized nation, meaning some portions of it were independent. Now next, in 1911, under the leadership of Sun Yat-sen, of Kuomintang party, there was a powerful agitation against the emperor's rule, but it did not develop into a complete agitation. And now here, Chinese revolted under the leadership of Sun Yat-sen and overthrew the Manchu dynasty in the year 1912. And one more thing, dissatisfaction over the acceptance of humiliating demands of Japan divided China politically. Sun Yat-sen became the first president of Republic of China. Now next, communism. Here also, communist country, it spread even to China also. First country, Russia. Next it spread to China. So China also became communist country. Communism started in China in 1925. After the death of Sun Yat-sen, the leadership of Kuomintang party went into the hands of a repressive leader, Chiang Kai-shek. Now next one here, in order to protect people under the leadership of Mao Tse-tung, the historical long march to northern part took place, and this was the most extraordinary military exercise in the history of the world. Now, you know that I have mentioned you about Mao Tse-tung. Now, because of Mao Tse-tung, what happened? He wanted to protect people's rights. Again, I will repeat. On 1st October 1949, the Democratic Republic China became the being Mao Tse-tung when he became